There is an uproar in Indonesia over boats bringing Rohingya refugees. Calling on the authorities and the United Nations Refugee Agency, protesters are demanding the removal of all refugees from the island in Indonesia. Our next report brings you more on the Rohingyas, who are largely denied citizenship rights and face widespread multiple discrimination.
Rohingya refugees are facing a wave of hostility and rejection in Indonesia. Like this protest on the island of Sabang in Aceh province. For years, people in Aceh were sympathetic to the persecuted minority from Myanmar, who turned up in dilapidated boats. But there's been a spike in arrivals and a backlash.
Our demand is to reject them all. They must leave or we will take stronger action. The government and law enforcement must firmly remove the Rohingyas from Sabang. We, the Sabang people, are also having a hard time. We cannot accommodate any more people.
Last week, protesters tore down refugee tents and threatened to push the boats back into the sea, according to images shown on local television. The refugees were dubbed as the troublemakers.
I don't agree because there are too many Rohingya in Aceh, and even in 2023 there are hundreds or even thousands that came here, as I heard on the news. I don't agree to them being here because they are disturbing.
But fed up of their continuous arrival, the protesters, many of whom are residents and students, are calling on authorities and the UN Refugee Agency to remove all Rohingya refugees from Way Island. The latest boat to arrive was carrying 139 Rohingya, including women and children. In the past, while Indonesia has tolerated such landings of refugees, Thailand and Malaysia have always pushed them away. But the growing hostility of some sections of Indonesians towards the Rohingya has put pressure on President Joko Widodo's government to take action.
There is a strong suspicion that human trafficking networks are involved in Indonesia. We'll take firm action against them.
Since the president's announcement, police in Aceh have detained at least 4 people suspected of human trafficking. According to UNHCR figures, as of December 12th, the total Rohingya population in Aceh is approximately 1,722. This includes the 179 who disembarked from boats earlier in the year. Approximately 700 refugees remain stranded outside designated accommodation, and over 1,000 have been relocated to overcrowded shelters in Aceh. And due to the current situation within Myanmar, the protracted nature of Rohingya refugees' displacement in Bangladesh, and the arrival of the dry season with improved sea conditions, it is projected that more groups of Rohingya refugees will arrive in Aceh by the end of March 2024, all of whom will require immediate, sustained, life-saving assistance. About 740,000 Rohingya were resettled in Bangladesh after fleeing their homes in Myanmar to escape a brutal counter-insurgency campaign carried out in 2017 by security forces. Accusations of mass rape, murder, and the burning of entire villages are well documented, and international courts are considering whether Myanmar authorities committed genocide and other grave human rights abuses. Efforts to repatriate the Rohingya have failed because of doubts on whether their safety can be assured. The Rohingya are largely denied citizenship rights in Buddhist-majority Myanmar and face widespread social discrimination. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.